Hello and welcome back. Let us try to understand what is data science and how is it related with AI and what are all the different fields involved in data science. In data science, we take data and try to understand patterns. Or in AI, we take data and understand patterns. In our traditional programming, we actually understand business and then try to code it with if-else conditions and while loops and data structures. But in data science, we try to extract patterns from data. Before we apply AI algorithm, we need to do some pre-processing steps and understanding. There are some steps involved in understanding data. If you do all this in combination in a project, you call it as data science project. The predictive and prescriptive component in data science module is AI, artificial intelligence. So if you look at the different steps here in data science project, we collect data, and then we do statistical data analysis and understand data patterns and fix problems with the data using data pre-processing techniques. And then we'll apply AML algorithms. AML algorithms like your pet. Your pet will listen to you and understand whatever you are saying. But somebody else comes in and tries to talk to it, it may not understand. The similar way, the AI algorithms expects data in numerical format, and each algorithm will have its own pattern and the hypothesis function. You need to pass data in the way the AI algorithm is expecting. So to perform these tasks, we need to understand data and do data pre-processing. Once after doing data processing steps, we pass it to AI algorithm and it will understand data patterns. Once it understands data patterns, we'll pass new records, or the ones we are trying to make predictions or prescriptions, and the AML algorithm will act like human beings. We are trying to give the human-like capabilities to the computer by feeding data. Before you feed data to AML algorithm, you need to do all these, prerequisite steps or processing activities. So once the model is ready, you can do predictions, classifications, recommendations, and more. So in a data science project, the AI ML component is the major, because that is the component which is giving human-like capabilities to the system. If you take an example of a bank trying to understand your credit card statement, if you take a picture of the credit card statement and upload it to the application, the bank application, it will analyze, it will extract data from the statement and understand the patterns and make the decision like a human being. So we understood the relationship between data science and AI. Now let us see different components involved in a data science project. A data science project involves statistical data analysis, because we have already seen it, right? As we have already seen it, a data science project involves statistical research to understand patterns. Statistics gives you a clue on whether there is a problem exists or not. But with domain expertise, a human being need to make sure or confirm that the pattern understood by statistical data analysis is correct or not. If you take an example of employees in a company and their ages, an employee's age can be around 58 or 60 for a government employee. If the age is more than that, statistical research, statistical analysis will show you that that's an outlier. But sometimes there may be some people who are working after retirement also. So if you know that person is really working there, you say the record is not outlier, the person is not an outlier, and keep it there. The business knowledge, the domain expertise here is whether the person is working in the organization or not. The statistics will give you a clue. Why statistics is important? When you are processing millions of records, you cannot pinpoint the records with manual analysis, or maybe with other tools. If you use statistical data analysis, that will give you clue, and based on your domain expertise, you can decide. The example is like this: there is a 62-year-old person working in the company and 162-year-old person working in the company. 162 years is definitely not possible. So that's definitely an outlier. 62, there is a possibility. Even after retirement also, some people may work. So in a data science project, when you are executing a data science project, we need statistical knowledge to understand or bring out the outliers or irrelevant quality issues. And then with domain knowledge, we will decide, make the decision and keep the record or remove the record. And once after understanding this data patterns and then applying your domain expertise, data pre-processing steps or processing steps get involved. For data processing, you need to have computer knowledge or a bit of programming knowledge. In our Python data science AI modules, we have modules which can give you easy way to do this programming. So when you have programming knowledge, your understanding can be applied and clean. You can clean the data and make the data ready for machine learning algorithms to understand. As we have seen in the previous diagram, once you have done statistical data analysis and data pre-processing, you can apply the data, you can feed the data to machine learning algorithm and train it. The machine learning algorithm is like a kid. The kid learns by observing the things and by touching and experiencing and by the way the elders are reacting and acting. So same way, by looking at data, the machine learning or deep learning or artificial intelligence will understand data patterns. Once the training is over, the algorithm becomes a model, and when you pass a record, it will make predictions or recommendations or whatever. So machine learning algorithms are based out of mathematics. If I give you an example, when you are trying to type a query in a Google search, you type the word and it is suggesting some more words, right? The next words you are going to type. It is happening by looking at the history of queries in the database. If you have typed Python, then it will say Python training, Python tools, Python with machine learning, right? If you take these three strings, right, maybe out of 100 people, maybe 50 people have typed Python training, queried Python training. Maybe 30 people queried about Python tools. Maybe 20 people would have queried about Python with machine learning. So the most probable or most queried after Python is training. So it is showing that training as the next word. So it is actually mathematics. It's actually the probability, right? So that's how the machine learning works. Our machine learning algorithms are programmatic representation of mathematics. So that explains the relationship between data science and artificial intelligence and different fields involved in data science. Thank you.